Hello friends, this is the next 10 mark question. Femoral artery, its branches. So femoral artery is known as the chief artery of the lower limb. It is chief artery of lower limb. We'll study its course with the help of diagram. So we'll see its course. We'll see its course with the help of a diagram. So as you can see in the diagram, it is continuation of the external iliac artery. It is a continuation of the external iliac artery. Then it runs near the mid-inguinal point, near the inguinal ligament area. Here, if there is inguinal ligament area, it runs near the mid-inguinal point and it continues downwards and medially. It is continuing downwards medially. This is medial side, lateral side. It continues downwards medially to enter into the femoral triangle area and also the adductor canal area. Continues medially to the femoral triangle and adductor canal area. You can see in the diagram. Then at the end, what happens in the sense, it leaves through the adductor hiatus. You can see here adductor hiatus. It leaves through the adductor hiatus and continues as popliteal artery in the popliteal fossa. Here the popliteal fossa region starts. So it continues as a popliteal artery and enters into the region of popliteal fossa. Remember one point. Femoral artery continues as the popliteal artery. Femoral artery continues as popliteal artery. We'll draw this diagram in our book. We'll take this diagram here. Okay. So as you can see, the femur bone, as I said, first it continues as the external iliac artery. It is a continuation of external iliac artery. It passes through mid-inguinal point, which further continues in the femoral triangle and also in the adductor triangle. We have spoken about the femoral triangle, adductor triangle. I'll be explaining in the upcoming videos. After it passes through the adductor canal, then it passes through a region called as adductor hiatus. Adductor hiatus and continues as popliteal artery in the popliteal fossa. In the popliteal fossa. You can see in the diagram. We'll write a quick explanation about it. So it is continuation of external iliac artery crosses mid-inguinal point near inguinal ligament. Okay, then you can see it enters the femoral triangle, further it enters adductor canal or adductor triangle, crosses adductor hiatus, continues as popliteal artery in popliteal fossa. So this was about the course. We'll see about its branches now. Its branches is mainly divided in the femoral triangle as well as the adductor triangle or the adductor canal. So branches is mainly divided in the femoral triangle area as well as adductor canal. So near the femoral triangle area, it is further giving 3 superficial branches as well as 3 deep branches. Point to be noted, it gives 3 superficial branch and 3 deep branch. So what are its name? You should be knowing that. Superficial epigastric artery, see this is ECE. It is ECE, superficial epigastric artery, superficial circumflex iliac artery, and finally the superficial external pudendal artery. So it is in the superficial. Remember, superficial epigastric artery, superficial circumflex iliac artery, and finally the external pudendal artery. So it also gives rise to 3 branches in the deep area: profunda femoris artery, deep external pudendal artery, and some muscular branches. So profunda femoris artery, deep, okay, here there is superficial external pudendal artery, here there is, I'll write S here, deep external pudendal artery and some muscular branch. Okay, now we'll see those branches which are found in the adductor canal. In the adductor canal, it gives off some muscular branches and descending geniculate artery. It gives muscular branch and descending geniculate artery. It gives muscular branch and descending geniculate artery which are found in the adductor canal. So this deep external pudendal artery, you can see here, deep external pudendal artery, it is found below the superficial external pudendal artery and passes deep to spermatic cords in the male, and in female it passes over medially to the round ligament of uterus for the supplying of scrotum and labius majora. So what happens in the sense, deep external pudendal artery runs behind superficial external pudendal artery and crosses immediately to supply crosses medial in the area of round ligament of uterus and spermatic cord, round ligament of uterus in female and spermatic cord of male, so that they can supply the scrotum as well as labia majora muscles. So the deep external pudendal artery, which runs behind the superficial external pudendal artery, crosses medially. In female, near the round ligament of uterus area. In male, it crosses around the spermatic cord area to supply scrotum and to supply labia majora. So the another point to be noted is the descending geniculate artery, which mainly leaves the canal within the vastus medialis and divides into two branches. One is articular branch and another one is saphenous branch. So the descending genicular artery near the area of vastus medialis, it gives rise to two branches. One is articular branch and another one is saphenous branch to supply the saphenous artery. Now we'll see the branches of the femoral artery with the help of a neat label diagram. So this is our thigh, consider it is a part of thigh. We'll see its branches as well as the supply. First, there will be external iliac artery. So there will be a main branch called as external iliac artery on the medial side. So this is medial as well as this is lateral side. On the medial side, it gives rise to inferior epigastric artery as well as the superior epigastric artery. So it gives rise to inferior epigastric artery and the superficial epigastric artery, superficial epigastric artery. This side. On the other side, that is on the lateral side, it gives rise to deep circumflex iliac artery as well as the superficial circumflex iliac artery. It gives rise to deep circumflex iliac artery as well as the superficial circumflex iliac artery. So deep circumflex iliac artery as well as the superficial circumflex iliac artery. Further, this external iliac artery continues and it gives on the medial side superior external pudendal artery as well as the deep external pudendal artery. It gives superior external pudendal artery as well as deep external pudendal artery. It gives superior external pudendal artery as well as the deep external pudendal artery. Again, will come on the medial side, on the lateral side, there will be a main branch called as profunda femoralis, which gives off two branches, that is lateral circumflex femoral artery as well as the medial circumflex femoral artery. Lateral supplies the lateral aspects of the thigh and medial supplies the medial aspects of the thigh. So this is called as lateral circumflex femoral artery as well as the medial circumflex femoral artery. The profunda femoral artery is giving off two branches: lateral circumflex femoral artery to the lateral aspects of the thigh, medial circumflex femoral artery to the medial aspects of the thigh. So this was about the profunda. Next, the profunda femoral artery also gives rise to some perforating arteries. It also gives branches to the perforating arteries. Okay, the external iliac artery further continues to give some muscular branches, to give off some muscular branch, and continues further as popliteal artery in the popliteal fossa region. On this side, it gives a descending genicular artery, which further gives off two branches. As I had said, one is articular branch as well as the the saphenous branch. The saphenous branch. Yeah, I know this is a bit confusing chart, but still you have to remember this because this is a kind of guarantee question which is usually asked for 10 marks. That is femoral artery and its branches. Draw at least this diagram which will fetch you marks. So you can see the external iliac artery which divides on, okay, this is the lateral aspects and this is the medial aspects. On the medial aspects, it divides into inferior epigastric artery, superficial epigastric artery. Then it continues to form superior external pudendal artery, deep external pudendal artery. It also gives off some muscular branches. Further continues to form descending geniculate artery, which gives off articular branch as well as saphenous branch. The saphenous branch consists of the saphenous artery. On the lateral side, you can see there is a deep circumflex iliac artery, superficial circumflex iliac artery, then continues as the profunda femoral artery. Profunda femoral artery is giving branch to lateral circumflex femoral artery as well as medial circumflex femoral artery. Lateral circumflex femoral artery supplies the lateral aspects of the thigh. Medial circumflex femoral artery supplies the medial aspects of the thigh. It also gives off some perforating arteries, perforating branches. The external iliac artery further continues to form the popliteal artery. Here you can get the femoral artery. Femoral artery is divided on the basis of two triangles or two canals. One is femoral triangle and another one is adductor canal, which continues the external iliac artery, continues as femoral artery and further continues as the popliteal artery. The popliteal artery enters the popliteal fossa. So that's it about the femoral artery. In the next video, we'll be studying about the femoral nerve and some clinical correlations of all these femoral triangle. Hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.